Hello, guys, welcome to our seventh block of our eighth week. Now, the last week was an exam. Now, thanks to God, I got 3.6, but it's not something that I need to express as happy, but at least I passed the exam. Well, guys, I want to tell you something. On Monday, we started this class. He arrived late. The teacher arrived 15 minutes late. Whatever. He had an issue with the university in Robledo. So we understand that sometimes things happen. That, of course, it was his first time in the semester to happen this, but I think everybody is not perfect, and of course, things happen. And well, all the class, it was a full conversation like himself. I think that sometimes he expresses himself to forgive something that he has. Maybe he's doing therapy with us because he tells us a lot of things, like how Colombia is, how the education, things that has happened to him, and we just quiet. We keep quiet. We keep quiet, and we listen. And I like to write what he says, and I have all these stuffs here in these blogs, but it's very interesting. He spoke about evaluation, about exams. Exams are very important. If you are sick, we need to go to the doctor and to do you an exam, so as to know how are you, right? Because if you're feeling weak and you're feeling tired and you have some things, you cannot just imaginate. You need to be focused, and you got to make an exam to know what do you have, if you have cancer or whatever. Well, one of the things that he told us, like, also as well in the class, it was a little story about himself, that he said 7 million years ago. Well, it's not that time, of course, he exaggerates, but when he was studying Bachelor of Spanish and English, he had a classmate, and well, he was doing some works. He was working in some public schools, and then he went to a female school. There he became, because he's so good in English, of course, he was like the highest principal, let's say, in the area of English. So he invited a classmate. So she came, and she was a teacher of English as well. After time, she finished first the Bachelor of Spanish. He still was fighting, and well, some things happened. But then he quits that job and then goes to another school. But then the headmaster asks her, "Do you want to proceed teaching in this school for the following year, or are you gonna quit?" She said, "Of course, I'm going to stay." But she was not clear. She didn't tell the headmaster that she was shifting to another school, to another private school. So, man, after the year was finished and teachers arrived and she didn't arrive, and what the hell is going on? Where is she? Where is she? So the headmaster started calling her, and she never responded. She never answered anything in the message. She never answered a call. So the headmaster called this Johan, and Johan said, "What the WTF?" And of course, he called her, and she answered, and she said, "And you know what, man? Because I'm in another school, and man, you did not well. You did very bad. You must say things." After time, he was a teacher in post grade, teaching something called political linguistics. And there she was, that classmate. There she was, receiving classes from Johan. And after the class was finished, she said, "Hey, Johan, can we speak a little bit?" He said, "Of course." "It's something that I want to tell you." "No. If it's something personal, better stay with it. But it's something academic about the class, speak out." She said, "No, it's something personal. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to talk about this." So, in conclusion, he said, do things well. Do things right. Don't do things in bad ways. Get a good behavior. So things are very important. And of course, on Thursday we did a quiz of listening. Man, sadly I got 2.6. I really don't know why am I so bad at listening. Well, I like to hear, but listening is something else. To hear and to listen is something else. But whatever. In section 1 and 2, I got almost all marks. But in 3 and 4, man, I did very bad. I hope that I can improve myself. And on Friday, of course, today we had his online or virtual class, and the people that got less than 4 in the exam, we were there, and he told us to improve our English using some apps, websites like Practice English Test, English Listening, BBC English Learning, News in Levels, and I hope that this will help me to improve my English. Goodbye, see you next week, see you next blog.